start the boat, you want to make sure the battery switch is turned towards you. I always put it on number 2. You got all your amps. If you ever hear any kind of static in the radio, it's going to be these 2 wires right here. They're old, probably going to need to be replaced sometime soon. But if you hear static, you can kind of twist them until the static goes away. I mean, it's a $5 cord. It goes to the back of the radio. It's all your stereo stuff. You're going to want to go over here, press 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe not putting the code in correctly. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you hold start. Of course, I'm not going to start the boat up with no water, but you got your dash display. You can see all your blower, your horn, your blower works, bilge pump. You got automatic bilge pump, so you don't have to worry about that. Dash lights, you can turn them on, you can dim them. Navigation lights, turn them on. You got another page. Here's all your ballast tanks. Fill them, drain them, so forth. Interior lights, turn them on. Tower lights, dock lights, turn everything on. This is disconnected because this is the new radio with Bluetooth. So this is turned off. This is the original radio. This has been disconnected. Therefore, the remote on the back of the boat's also disconnected. You can buy an adapter to hook them back up, but you don't need it because this is Bluetooth. So you can control the volume and change the radio, everything with your phone. I mean, you'll have to have a radio app for your phone, but this controls everything. I mean, your amp, your sub, your tower speed, you can control everything. I had this put on to eliminate all this stuff. So there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with the original stereo. This is just the new thing everybody's putting on. Here's a microphone if you want to talk to people riding. You turn it over to auxiliary to talk to someone. There's the wedge. Like I said, that acts up every once in a while, and you'll probably never even use that. So you got your PSI, your air temperature, depth, all that stuff. You got all your cruise control settings. You can change the gauge set. All this good stuff. It's just got a bunch of different options. I've never even got into the whole video and all that stuff, so if you want to turn the cruise control on, just hit enter. It's on. Up or down to change cruise control. You will have to get going, push the gear shifter, pull that up to engage, and it'll lock itself back in until you pull up on it to engage or disengage. Pull this out if you want to ever keep the boat in neutral. And that way you can rev the boat up if you're trying to start it, which you shouldn't have to have that. Push that up if you want to see over the windshield better. We'll turn the cruise control off, but what you'll have to do is get going with your lever until you reach the speed that you have it set at. Then you let off of your lever, and then it'll tell you cruise engaged, and it'll take over from that point. So everything right now, I think that's pretty much it. You got tilt wheel, all the interior lights on. You can see everything's working. You can also control stuff back here. Not sure if the stereo on this one's also that remote, if it's works for, I think it works for the volume, but I don't think you can change anything else with it. Like I said, there's no point in having the remotes for the stereos because you use your phone, so it eliminates having to use a remote for the stereo. All your lights are working. Tower racks or your board racks, pull up on the pin, just twist them in. I'm going to leave them twisted in for the shipping. I've already got your speakers covered with speaker covers. If you ever want to fold the tower, unscrew these 2 screws right here and let the tower down, but I'm going to let it ride on the way up there. Got your light. There's auxiliary inputs for the old stereo, so you won't need any of that. It's all replaced with Bluetooth. Got cubby holes. You can probably see now in here better. Got storage. There's jackets under there. That's the orange jackets I was telling you about. These are your bimini poles. When you put the bimini up, put your poles in first. And then undo this. Let me show you up here. Undo this on both sides. Push your bimini up to let slack off. You'll hook your bimini in up here first. Push the bimini over this way till you hook it in, and then pull it back till you got it all the slack out, and then hook it in back over here. So if you don't want your bimini up, just put your poles in storage. Like I said, start with the front on the bimini, make sure you got slack, and then pull the slack out of it. There's anchors and ropes. There's one of the wakeboard ropes. That's that professional one. There's another anchor. I've also thrown in some bumpers for you. There's a battery cubby hole to store stuff. Here's your cooler. More jackets, paddle, more bumpers. I'm throwing in the bumpers. I didn't mention that. If you ever want to dry life jackets or anything, put them on this right here. It's above the engine. It's a drying rack. You dry all your stuff there. There's the surf rope I was throwing in. There's the jacket I told you about I was going to throw in. There's your throw pillow, so you're legal to go. Here's your retractable ski boom, pylon, whatever they call it. I think you can actually lock these seats if you want to. I'll go on and fold this tower in, or this rack in. Trying to think of anything else I can tell you about it. I'm gonna turn the speed cruise control off. So you can also set the cruise control by RPMs instead of miles, so if you wanted to do that, this is where you watch videos or whatever. I don't really use this thing much, so there's another gauge menu. This is where it shows all your tanks, how much percentage is in them. Sometimes they'll be empty and it still might say it's got water in it, but if there's no water spewing out of the tank, it's good to go. As long as you got it draining and the water stops spewing outside of the boat, it's good to go. You got multiple gauge settings that you can use to cruise on. This is the one I always use. It gives you the most information, everything that you'll need. Like I said again, that's disconnected because of the new radio. You got one tank under there underneath that door. This little, well, I've never had a problem with the window opening, but if you want to down the road, I mean, that little latch, I'm sure it's probably $1 or $2 to get another latch, but I've never had the window open up, so it's never been an issue. All the seats, as you can see, are in good condition. Everything's in very good condition. And look at all the interior, everything's good. All the lights work. Let me jump down and show you all the lights on the outside of the boat work. There's your underwater swim lights. That's a rare feature. Like I mentioned, a lot of them don't come on the wake setters. You got to special order that. There's your LED headlights. Your tower lights working. And then you got your docking light. Just flip it over to turn it on. all the trailer lights work. I'll show you that right quick. Turn the blinker on. Turn the right blinker on. It's all LED lighting. You got your pop-out cleats for your bumpers tying up. You got gas tank on either side. This same gas tank, you can just pull up on either side, fill it up. These are all your drain holes for the tanks and ballast, or the bilge pump. Turn the blinker off right quick. So you got your ropes, your jackets, everything be legal, whistle, air horn, throw pillow. You're ready to hit the water immediately as soon as it gets there. I'm gonna let it ride without the boat cover. I was told that the boat cover will actually mess up the paint on the boat, so there's more cons than pros of it ripping and messing up the paint, so I'm just gonna have to take a chance on letting it ride up there uncover, which should be fine. We're gonna cover it tonight until they pick it up in the morning. It's supposed to be here at 8 a.m. Speakers are covered, bimini's in the cover, racks folded in, everything should be good to go. So do one last walk around on it. This is what I was saying, the remote for the stereo, that's disconnected now since because I always lay my phone back here if I'm in the water or on the back of the boat, and I just change the songs with that new radio that's Bluetooth. Change the songs with it. But it should be everything. Tires are good shape. They still got life left in them. Wheels are good. All the lights on the trailer work, backup lights, everything. I'll even turn the reverse lights on. There's the reverse lights, they all work. So everything's working. Interior lights. It's good to go. Hope you enjoy it.